This indie horror game was everything I hoped for and more. I describe Labyrinth of the Demon King as the combat of older FromSoftware dungeon crawlers mixed with atmospheric and mechanical elements of Silent Hill 4, all set within a mythical and gritty feudal Japan. Its colour palette and textures evoke a suffocatingly heavy air to the rotting environments. Its sound design keeps you on edge, and its enemy placements prove that your wariness was absolutely warranted. Combat is fairly tough, a couple hits from even the weakest of enemies and you'll be looking at a game over screen in seconds, especially if their attacks are poisonous. This game does not hold your hand, and the first couple of hours of my first playthrough was pretty brutal. But over time, as I learned how to parry more and upgraded my weapons, armor, and stats, and of course saved a lot, it definitely felt easier as I settled into the rules and layouts of the world. Though never simple enough to make me feel like I could just leisurely stroll through the game. One thing I found so refreshing for a survival horror experience was that the game isn't completely linear, and you can revisit and switch between areas freely after a certain point. So if I was a little stuck in one place, I could go and make some progress elsewhere. I came across certain enemy types and bosses that required a slightly different approach to what I had previously become accustomed to. But there is also a stalker type opponent who will not let up on hunting you down until you figure out a way to quell its anger. You can stall it or run out of the room to try and manipulate its spawning, but for the most part you'll have to be ready for the possibility of it appearing in any area you're trying to explore and survive. Labyrinth of the Demon King is very tense on a first playthrough when you're trying to solve puzzles in such a hostile and volatile space, but you can break up this unease with a visit to the safe room of the game, which takes the form of a quaint tea house run by an adorable cat merchant. You can interact with any characters you might have saved and buy resources and upgrades. But most importantly, you can sit down and fully heal yourself by making matcha, carrying out every step of the process with intention. It forces you to slow down that sense of urgency and danger that you've carried in from the outside world. And I adore contextualized mechanics like this, even if it takes a little extra time, because it has purpose. Overall, I 100%ed the game and spent around 8 hours on my first playthrough, with a partial second playthrough for cleaning up any remaining achievements. I loved my time with Labyrinth of the Demon King, and it is easily going to end up as one of my favourite indie horror experiences of the year. A big thank you to the developer for sending me an early review key.